Oh my.
What are those? Where'd you get them from? How much you pay? Boy, you dumb. What are those? Where'd you get them from? How much you pay? Boy, you dumb. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Retail, resale, prevail. Better go and check your email. Did you get some heat this week or did you take another L? Goody two shoes, sneaker community. We all take L's, man. There is no immunity, but we can talk about it with a guest and reflect and celebrate the dubs that we get. Yes, you can tune in with a friend. Yeah, Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, coming at you every week with some heat and surprises. Almost time, open your eyelids. Don't you want to know what's next? Got some kicks you can show, come flex. We ain't in it for the checks, but we in there some checks. That's you Jay in the booth and some boots breaking necks. Ha, not for real, what are those? Nah, you know if you watch the show. Yeah, yo, it's about to start in like 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, shout out the homie Larry one time.
Let's go.
Yo, what's going on, fellas? How we doing?
Excited, man.
Super excited, man. I'm ready for this episode. It's the season finale. That's crazy.
Yes, I am excited, and so should all of you be excited because, as Aaron says, it is the season 3 finale. We are 8 episodes deep into this season, so we appreciate everybody riding this wave with us, and we can't express the appreciation that we would like to for the support that we've received from everybody from the jump. So, welcome to season finale of the Goody2Shoes Sneaker Show. We are your hosts. My name is Carlos. My Instagram name is there. We got Brian over that direction. I still don't know how to do this right. And then we got Aaron down below. Like we said, we are your hosts. We, again, appreciate you being here. If you have a moment, please hit that share button. If you're on Facebook, hit that share button and invite some people to come and watch this, or send that YouTube link if you're watching on YouTube to your friends, your family, and anybody and everyone who would love our show. Thanks for being here. Gentlemen, how we doing? How's the week been?
Amazing, man. Amazing. Super excited. I've been like jittery for this day the whole week, bro. Like, what a momentous season. This is a great way to end it off, honestly. So,
Most definitely. Aaron, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. It's been a crazy week, but I'm excited to be here, and I'm super excited for today's guest. It's going to be a good one.
All right. Well, I'm not going to waste any time. We got a lot of stuff to get to today, so let's welcome, without further ado, our guest for this week, and that is none other than the man himself. Don't charge Abdul.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yo, fellas. What's good, man? Thank you for having me on the show, man. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
You guys are like mad professional. I respect it.
we try our best, man. I think we may have gotten
I like it.
That's what's up.
Yo, it's come a long way. We're at the end of season 3, but man, if you would have seen us at the beginning of season 1.
Listen, that's part of the journey. Everybody got to go through that, you know?
It's a fact.
I like it.
We have been through it.
Thank you for having me on, though. I appreciate it.
Awesome. So, like I said earlier, guys, we got a lot to get to. Abdul, we're going to go through our first couple of segments before we really start getting talking with you.
Yeah.
But our first segment, and it's going to take us a long time to get through today, so bear with us. And that is one of my favorite segments, Heat This Week.
Oh, man. Open your eyelids. Don't you want to know what's next? Got some kicks you can show, come flex. We ain't in it for the checks, but we in it.
All right. I'm going to trust that you guys can see my screen.
Yep.
Awesome. So, Heat This Week. Guys, we have 54 entries this week for Heat This Week. I cannot say enough for everybody who is participating in this. We are going to need to outsource to have enough people to keep track of these submissions.
It's crazy.
But, we're just going to go through these and just a general overview and a general thank you to everybody who has participated this week. So, thank you. Thank you.
You see yourself in the pictures, or you see your friends, make sure you blow the comments up. We want to see.
Yes, sir. All right. So we'll get started. We got some 8s and some 1s here.
Yeah.
Some 4s.
Nice. Okay.
95s.
Happy Air Max month.
Mm-hmm. 2s. You don't see those 2s too often.
Very nice. Don't see.
Ray Gun SB
Ray
Dunks.
Guns.
That's on my floor there. That's right after he spilled Dr. Pepper all over them. So it's a interesting picture.
Sheesh.
That's a good shoe right there.
Yep. Some Air Max 1s. And then, hey, Brian, a family that kicks together.
Stick together. Let's go.
There you go.
Together. LeBron 16s and some Air More Monies. Those are dope. Travis back at it again with some SB Dunks. And Haas. Who was talking to Haas this week and knows what kind of Asics those are? Who was that?
That was me. Those are the extra butters, the copper steels, or copperheads.
Copperhead, yep. Very fire.
All right, we got Pure Organized Chaos there on the left with some SB Dunks, and then, I mean, this is what can you really say about Monster here on the right?
Golly. That's such a monster photo.
Got some futuristic shoes on the left, the self-lacing or hyper adapts. Those are crazy. And then the GOAT Air Force Ones there.
That's a good pair of LeBrons. That's right there.
Super.
Yo, shouts out to Aaron for the archive post with the hardwood floor as well.
This is the food slide. Didn't do that on purpose, but we got some popcorn and some some chicken and waffles here.
That's fire.
Is that what those are called on the right? Those are chicken and waffles?
Yes,
what shoe
sir.
is that?
That's what they're called.
It's the what?
Nike SB Dunk chicken and waffles.
Oh, I missed that. I don't even remember that ever coming out.
That's a pretty cool shoe.
Okay.
Speaking of SBs, we got Adrian in the house with the wheat for days.
Nice.
Very nice.
And I humored Monster by including that this week, so he's got some slippers on. Don't ever do that again. We got some 13s, some 1s, product kicks, and Travis once again. My guy Andrew here on the left, he goes fishing in Yeezys. I don't know if you guys knew that, but he like is an avid fisher and goes fishing in some heat. So thanks for
it's a comfy shoe.
Thanks for sharing.
Oh, that's my pair of off-white Dunks, by the way. Rest in peace. Miss you. They're in a good home now, but
we got some Iversons here. And then Jeremy with he tagged us again. I didn't realize he did that twice. That's all right.
Actually, so the first one was Abby, his wife.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. Cool. Family that kicks together, sticks together.
Let's go.
Some, Air Max 90s. Oh, I didn't do this on purpose either, but got both some Air Max 90s on the same page.
Very fire.
Thank you. Thank you. We got some 350s and some Jordan 1s. More Jordan 1s and some 350s. It's just in reverse. Jordan 1s and some Air Max 90s. I think we can tell from this segment what shoes are hot right now. Got some 6s, and then we got some New Balances. Shout out Jeremy, keeping it authentic to himself with the New Balances. Pretty much every week he's submitting some New Balances. So thanks for that, Jeremy.
Very dope.
Brian on the left with the De Lo Mio Air Max 95s.
Nice.
Still got them on feet, by the way. I wear them every day. Shout out.
Air Max 1s on the right. Oh, man. Some shattered backboards on the left. The Sean Weather Forks on the right. Awesome. Some Griffies. Some Air Moabs. That's a clean pair on the right, man.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Good pictures, too. Good pictures. Got Migs, the snake skins.
Slept on.
That looks like the same guy taking two pictures. The feet are in the same position.
One likes their pants a little tighter than the other.
Yeah.
Or one likes them looser than the other. I'm not sure which, but also we got some Cherry 12s, and then Aaron with some more Air Maxes. Got some Reeboks on the left, more Air Max 1s on the right.
I think those are the Cardi B joints. I could be mistaken, but I think that's what it is. Shouts out to Cardi B.
Yeah, shout out to Cardi B.
De Lo Mio.
De Lo Mio. There you go.
All right, Aaron with some New Balances on, and then a big flex on the right with the Supremes. Cause in the back.
What's your favorite color in those Supreme Dunks?
What's it called? The bark root?
That the maroonish one. That's
Yeah.
that's your number one.
I say so.
Mine is the mean green. It's gotta be that
too.
one.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I like the mean greens too.
Yeah,
It's a little too loud for me.
I think the green followed by the blue, followed by the maroon, and this black colorway is cool too. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I would
probably
have
my
had the
least
black
favorite.
Yeah, the black would have been my least favorite too. I think I would have gone
Yeah.
green, maroon.
I saw somebody like put like star stickers on their black and white, like the Dunk Lows that are coming out.
That's hilarious.
And somebody said, if you walk fast enough, they won't even notice. We got some
I love it.
4s. We got some Jordan 1 lows. It looks like on the right. I'm not familiar with those. Mrs. Cowder is going to have to school me on those when she gets a second. Product of Kicks. I swear he put on like 4 different pairs of shoes and sent them all in one day. But we got some 1s and some 10s here. Shout out Product of Kicks. We got the Real Shoe Monster on the left. We got Newey on the right. Kobe's, MCAs, love them.
This guy got busy with the MCAs. All right.
Guys,
They're not playing fair.
Nah.
what a week. What a week.
Man. Okay.
Shouts out to you guys.
Yes, thank you everybody for supporting. You really did nothing less than bring the heat this week, so we appreciate you doing so. And again, we're going to keep it moving because we got a lot to cover. We're going to get into our next segment, which has become kind of a crowd favorite, and that is new releases with Monster.
Hello? Who is it? No, he's not available at the moment, but... Oh! Sorry. What it do, sneaker fam? It's your boy, the Real Shoe Monster. Welcome to another Monster Week in Sneakers. We're going to talk about what's hot, what's not, what's coming up for the week. With that said, let's get into it.
Oh man, here comes another week. I'm hoping to catch a W to fire up my feet. Wishing me no sleeper, hey, it's alright. Cause when you see what's on the tour, you be like, oh no, it's nice. Just a start of day, man, I hope I cop a pair. Easy SB off-white jeans, I don't care. So stay tuned to see what gets featured. Cause it's another Monster Week of Sneakers.
Starting things off on Wednesday, March 17th, the Adidas Bad Bunny Forum Buckle Low, the First Cafe. Now, the Forum Lows is actually a silhouette that we first saw in the early 80s on the good old hardwood floor. And Bad Bunny's decided to revive these and put some cool little touches along the way. They happen to come in my favorite hue lately, the doo-doo brown. They come in brown suede all over, and there's a cool bungee that goes all the way around the heel. One of the most notable touches is the strap that goes across, and underneath that Velcro strap reveals one of his song titles, Yo Visto Así, which actually translates to, I dress like this. Something that people at Walmart say all of the time. And it's funny because I looked up this song, an entire first paragraph of lyrics is just, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. That was actually a pretty good impression. Now, we first got a look at these way back in late last year, and people have been waiting for them, so the hype is real on these things. I would say gobble them up, especially if you like that doo-doo brown. And if you like good old Bad Bunny, because he makes you bounce, 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 gobble. Next. Following that up, on March 19th, the Reebok Adidas Pump AZX. This one's kind of a confusing one. Talk about some Frankenstein-y stuff happening. You got some Reebok red on the bottom of these things, but there's an aqua upper that is also covered by some kind of cage that is bright yellow. Now, this might be the last time that you'll be able to touch something between these two brands as they mash up, because rumor has it Adidas has been looking to unload Reebok from their roster after acquiring it way back in 2006 for a cool $3.8 billion. I actually tried pumping up a pair of my Adidas. Well, as you can see, that didn't really work very well. And I'm not sure these will either. For me, it's a definite pass. These don't really look that cool to me. It pretty much sums up the partnership between the two brands. And as Adidas rides off into the sunset, they're going to leave Reebok hanging on for dear life. We'll see what happens next. Also releasing on the 19th, the Adidas Yeezy Quantum C Teal. Now correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like I've seen this shoe 7 or 8 other times. It looks exactly the same, to me, as every other Quantum model that has come out. I mean, I guess I can kind of see some subtle differences, but it's kind of like me saying, hey, I'm going to change my outfit. What? Hey, what's up, Holmes? Say. Who? Howdy. I call this one the Oprah. You get a car. You get a car. Now the differences are very subtle. That's my point. And honestly, I'm not going for these. I don't think a lot of people are, because we've kind of seen these colorways over and over and over again. And the Quantum models, they're not doing so hot. Next, also releasing on the 19th, the Nike Air Max 90 SE Swoosh Mart, or as the streets know them as, the fried chicken. Featuring a tearaway upper that peels off to show a savory fried chicken label underneath. These things are dope. They've actually got cooking tongs that are on the insoles, which is fun. But if you want them, you're not going to get them in the States. You actually got to wait to see if they're going to release them, because it's only at select Japanese retailers. And this fried chicken is very cold and gross. If you're able to call up your buddies out in the Far East, gobble these up for sure, because they look delicious. Next, excuse me. As if I need more food. Also releasing on the 19th is the Nike Air Max 90 Rice Ball. Inspired by nigiri, which is actually a ball of rice that is wrapped. It's wrapped around certain meats and fillings. These shoes are awesome. They have rice covered insoles. There's pull tabs actually on the tongue and on the laces to represent the packaging of rice. But also, what's cool about these is the seaweed upper that it actually resembles seaweed, which normally nigiri is wrapped in seaweed. These joints look delicious, but also they're not going to hit stateside until further notice, so we have to wait and just see them released in Japan. But if you can, gobble these too. They're so delicious. Next, rounding off our list, on March 20th, the Air Jordan 3 Midnight Navy. These Jordan 3s give me a Georgetown vibe. And quite frankly, the leather on these looks pretty nice. These things are loaded with all of the classic Jordan 3 characteristics that we absolutely love, except for one, and it's the fact that there's a Jumpman on the back instead of a Nike Air. Hey Nike, listen to us. We want the Nike Air. Give us the Nike Air on the back, please. With all of that said, I already know that there's full family sizing, and these are going to sell like hotcakes. I can't wait to see these on feet, because another Jordan 3 is another thumbs up from me. This is a gobble, so do that. Well, there you have it. Yet another monster week in sneakers. Now don't forget to follow me on IG at The Real Shoe Monster. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. My subscriber count is still looking weaker than Steve Urkel. That's a super dated reference. Respect to the people that are watching this right now that know who Urkel is. Shout out to the Goody2Shoes fam. Congratulations on making it through Season 3. Can't wait until Season 4. But please, keep tuning in. I'm going to keep putting out these videos during the off season, and we'll pick right back up once the boys get going again for Season 4. So what's it going to be? Are you going to catch some L's, or are you going to catch some W's? Either way, I hope everybody eats. Until next time, gobble, gobble. This is Monster. Out. Disco.
Still with the sneakers.
Oh man,
The dude is a character, man. Any
Shout out to
any of
Ron.
those new releases you guys are looking forward to?
I'm
What do
not
you
mad
think,
at those what is that? The Rice Ball Air Max 90s.
Those are
That
cool.
are
colorway
nice.
looks nice. Yeah.
Yeah, those are
What
nice.
else yeah, I like those. The other ones, the fried chicken joints, are an easy pass for me. I'm good.
I think I may have been turned off of some of these shoes because of watching him stuff his face as he was talking about them.
Yo,
I had a lot of dinner, and so just watching him do that felt like I was eating more food, and that was not a good look for me. So
real quick, that fried chicken, I don't know where you got that chicken from, bro, but you need to find a new chicken spot.
Yeah,
That
that
was
shit.
crazy.
I mean, that looked like he was eating a piece of toast. I couldn't even tell it was chicken.
Yo,
Monster,
Awesome.
come on.
well, shout out to Monster. He puts a
Yeah.
lot of work into those videos, and they are extremely entertaining. Very
That was very
informative.
entertaining. Thank you.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So we'll go on to our last opening segment, and that is going to be with Aaron this week, and that is our sneaker spotlight.
Real, what are those? Yeah, not for real, watch the show. Yeah, it's coming to you live in like 3, 2, 1.
You're muted.
Yo, if you know me, you know I had to pick these shoes. So me and Brian are Dominican. My last sneaker spotlight, I highlighted the Delomio Forces. But to me, these are easily my shoe of the year. I love the shoe, everything about it. I had to double up, or I will be doubling up on them just so that I could beat one to death and then keep the other one. But shout out to C's, shout out to everyone who designed it. This is just too good of a shoe.
yo, shouts out to everyone that came through for us. As you know, Aaron and I are Dominican. They looked out for us. We were able to double up each, like he said. And I hope
Love it.
every Dominican out there got a pair. Abdul, were you interested in these? Were you able to get them?
Nah, these missed me, man. You know, I don't even know when they dropped, but I definitely have the Air Forces though. From like, what was that? 2 years ago? Air Forces
18.
are fire. Yeah,
2018.
3 years ago. Yeah, I'm looking to double up on those Air Forces too. I'll keep an eye out for them everywhere. You know what I mean? But the price is
Yeah.
kind of. I should have pulled the trigger on them like 6 months after they dropped, when prices was still somewhat reasonable. And actually, I hit on those on Sneakers app, which is like, I think it's like the only thing I hit that year was those De Lo Mio Air Forces.
Wow, that's huge.
Because I don't think they ever dropped on at any stores. It was only Nike only, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so I got lucky. That was the only thing I hit on.
Sheesh.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I like the Air Forces way better than the 95s, but hey, if I were
No.
Dominican,
Yeah, if I were
I'd
Dominican,
go
I would
after
get
both pair.
I'd get like 10 pairs.
Right,
Yeah.
100%. Great shoe, Aaron. Thanks for thanks for showing those. Yours are on the way. Whenever I get there, they're all yours, and you can do with them what you will. But thank you all for participating in the heat this week, for hanging with us during the Monster new releases video, and Aaron, thanks again for showing those De Los Mios. We will get into conversation now with Abdul. But like we said earlier, Abdul, if sneakers come to mind that you want to show while we're talking, now's the time to do so. But we wanted to get the conversation going. If anybody has ever taken, even just a few minutes to look into some of the videos that exist about your sneaker collection, they'll see quickly that you have some daughters and you have some shoes for them, and their collections just blow a lot of people's out of the water that aren't daughters of, you know what I mean? That just full grown adults don't have the kind of heat that your daughters have. So as a father myself who loves to buy shoes for his kid, I respect it. I think it's amazing. And I think it's cool that you have involved your daughters as much as you have in your sneaker collecting and trying to instill in them, the views and the values and stuff that you have when it comes to sneakers. So we wanted to open up this conversation by asking you, or talking about like the future generations of sneakers. Obviously your daughters are the future, our kids are the future generation of sneakers. So what kinds of things are you doing to like get them off on the right foot? No pun intended, but like what are you doing with them?
Man, you know what? My answer is going to kind of shock a lot of people, because I actually don't really want them to be into sneakers. It's kind of weird, because I just don't want this consuming them like the way it consumed me.
Sure.
I would much rather they focused on other things, being better people and school and stuff like that, and instead of like focusing on material objects. You know what I mean? If you get my drift, like, so it's actually really selfish of me to kind of just put them into all this stuff, like, but it's kind of just happening for myself. I get that same feeling of hunting down sneakers that I used to have for myself like 25 years ago, going and searching for sneakers, finding a spot and running through the back and finding pairs that I hadn't seen in anywhere else. And I'm getting that sort of rush, like searching for sneakers for them. So it's sort of like a selfish craving that I'm satisfying. But they do like sneakers, but I honestly don't go through the whole. My eldest one is a little bit more involved, and she does enjoy sneakers and tries to ask questions and things like that. But I only answer the questions she asks. I don't really give her a whole lot more information past that. So it's kind of, maybe it doesn't make sense, but I think once you become a parent, it might be like, yo, I need you to focus on a lot of other things. And there are only ones. My eldest kid is 9 and my younger one is 5 years old, so they got a lot of time to figure out and see what they're gonna like on their own. You know what I mean? They're gonna hit those high school years, and they're gonna find their own identity and things like that. And I can already see it's changing a little bit. My eldest one now, she dresses herself and she picks out her own stuff, and she loves sneakers. She loves Air Forces. Air Force Ones are her favorite shoe of all time. But yeah, I definitely, the thrill of hunting sneakers is still there for me. I just do it for them now. You know what I mean?
I dig it.
Yeah, I got some kid stuff here that I can reach. Let me see. What's this? Oh, this is a pair of kids Air Force Ones from, I think these might be from 91.
Wow.
That shoe is 30 years old as of this year.
Yeah.
That's how old I am.
91.
That
crazy.
shape is unbeatable.
This, old box.
That shape is beautiful.
Not the shape of the box, but the shape of the
shoe is fantastic.
The shape of the shoe, yeah. Some old S. Carters. These are kid sizes. These are all in my eldest daughter's size.
Wow.
These are from 01. This is the basketball shoe. Actually, you know what? If we're being honest, this wasn't actually it. This wasn't what was popping in '01, because this was the basketball version that came out maybe a year later. But the original S. Carters, the ones that looked like the Gucci tennis shoes, were the ones that were popping. This came a little bit later, and this model wasn't as popular as the other one. But
Everybody put your rocks in the sky if you feel alive.
yeah, there you go. Put your rocks in the sky. ROC for life.
Took a page out of your book, Carlos.
This is another S. Carter basketball shoe. Yeah, this
Wow.
also was not it either. But it's good to find stuff that you know that now looks a little bit cooler to me than it did maybe 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yo, so kind of going off of that, kind of one thing that we've seen being around sneakers, and obviously your sneaker knowledge goes way past what mine was, but it's kind of cool to see. It's kind of like crazy to see sneakers coming in cycles, right? Like, you know, for a while SBs were hot, then they kind of dropped,
Yeah.
and then Jordans were hot, but then now, like, you know, Jordan 1s are steaming. What are some of the sneakers that like have yet to come back in style that you still look for and hunt for, and that you're excited to get your daughter? Because, you know, obviously right now the market is all Jordan 1, you know, some Air Forces, but and Dunks, but like obviously you're pulling out S. Carters and stuff like that. So what are some of the shoes that you get excited about for them to have or own?
Yeah, you know, if it was up to me and I could find Hirachis from the '90s that are wearable, unfortunately, those soles are gonna crumble as soon as you put your feet in them. But and a lot of the old '90s Nike basketball sneakers, like that is, if I could find those in kid sizes, man, I'd be a happy man. And I have come across a lot of stuff from during my searches, you know what I mean. But some of that stuff has crumbled, man, and it just wasn't even worth it. I shouldn't have even bought them, but it is what it is. Yeah, a lot of the ACG stuff from the '90s. I would love to see. I would love to see their Nike retro that, you know what I mean, and bring them all in family sizes. So, because I would love to get that stuff for myself as well. So, yeah.
So I don't think your comments earlier are too far fetched. I think if anybody's a parent out there, they want the same thing. They should want. If they don't, then they're on something else. But they should want the same thing for their kids, as what you were talking about. To not focus so much on the material
Yeah.
things, right? I think it's not bad to have sneakers. I was just talking to my wife about this recently. It's like, it's not bad to have sneakers, but it is bad to have sneakers and put yourself on a pedestal above the people who may not have them, right?
Sure.
And so I think as a father, that's what I'm going to try to do with my son as he's getting older. He's got some sneakers, and he recognizes, you know, the Jordan logo, the Nike swoosh. He was in Foot Locker the other day and called out an air bubble and on one of the Air Maxes, and the Foot Locker employee was like blown away. It was great. But I want my son to understand that these shoes don't make him any cooler
Exactly.
than anybody else. And so
Exactly.
that's kind of, as far as the future generation goes, that's what I would like to instill in my kid, is that everybody's equal. And
Yeah.
if you got a lot of shoes, the amount of pairs that I've given away over the years, just because I want him to see that and be used to that and view that as the norm, as opposed to how much can I make off of this shoe and how much can I flip this one for and this and that. So.
Yeah, and you know what? I think maybe as an older person in the sneaker game, you just also have to just kind of get used to that. What the new generation is gonna like is not gonna be the same thing that you like, right? And a lot has changed since I was coming up. Like, the internet really came through and made the world a lot smaller than it was 20 years ago. You know what I mean? So obviously the kids growing up today they're looking up to other things, and their likes and dislikes are going to be different from what I like and dislike. So I can't even judge anybody, man. Everybody do your thing, man. And I mean, I'm not even mad at the kids who are 14, 15 years old with bots and the West Coast's, what was the dude's name? Joe Hebert. I'm not even mad at those kids, because listen, the game has changed. The game has changed. So what are you going to do? You gotta adjust, or you're going to get left behind.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So speaking of what you like, let's talk Air Forces.
Okay.
Let's talk Air Forces. So what's your history with that shoe? Why did you fall in love with it, and why has it stood the test of time for you?
You know, I came to America in 1990. I was 14 years old, and I came from Sierra Leone, West Africa, and I remember I knew nothing about sneakers. Okay, let's let's just put that out there. I grew up in a third world country where I think maybe the first pair of Nikes I even saw was in America. Right, there was no Nike, really any Nikes in Sierra Leone. Um, And I remember the first shoe I saw when I came into BWI Airport was somebody working at the airport, and they had a pair of all white Air Forces with a silver check. And and I didn't even know that was an Air Force. But as I started school at Milford Mill High School in Baltimore, I started learning more about sneakers, and realized that the Air Force One was the sneaker of Baltimore. And it was the same shoe that I'd seen at the airport. Um, I really just fell in love with that shoe, man. It was just, it just meant so much to me and to the city of Baltimore. And you know, there was I worked at a Champs and a Foot Locker as a kid. Um, I used to hit up all the spots in Baltimore, everything from Cinderella shoes, DTLR, Charlie Rudo Sports. I mean, all these places were spots that were responsible for keeping the Air Force One in production with Nike. You know what I mean? If you do the history, in I think in the Air Force One came out in 82, around 83 or 84, Nike was like, we're done with this shoe. It's done.
84, yeah.
We're taking it off the production line. And those three retailers from Baltimore went to Nike, and they pretty much saved the shoe. And Nike decided to make orders only for them. So, you know, we had colorways. My high school had our own colorway. Like, we had our own all white high. The Air Force One that I just showed you guys in a kid size, well, ours had the pine green swoosh on it, and those were my high school's colors.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, the history of the shoe, and it just has a deep rooted love in the city of Baltimore. So, yeah, I mean, that's been my favorite shoe since then, to be honest.
You know, what's crazy is like, didn't Nike have Baltimore vote on the best Air Forces of all time? Like, I'm pretty sure a
Yeah,
couple
they
years
did.
ago.
They did, and we voted on the purple highs.
Yeah, I know the Unos was on there as one of the best Air Forces.
You know what? It was the UNOs were the one that, sorry, the purple highs was voted by New York City, and the UNOs were voted by Baltimore, but they never ended up bringing them back. They were supposed to bring all of those shoes back, and whatever city voted on that shoe was supposed to get the shoe that they voted for, and that never came back. I don't know what happened to it. They ended up dropping the purple highs, they retro those, but all the other shoes that got voted on in every other city, nobody brought anything back. But these are the UNO samples. Seamless.
Oh,
I got the other pair, the production pair somewhere
Wow.
around there, but it's too, I couldn't get to it. But this is a sample that's a seamless.
That's crazy.
I think it says sample somewhere in here. Anyway, but yeah, this is a dope shoe. Actually, you know what? I prefer the production version over the sample.
what's the
But,
difference?
well, this has no seams in it. If you look at it, it's just all one piece.
It's got the laser in there, but
Yeah, it's got the lasering, but it's the one piece Air Force One. But
yeah.
so, but the production is like a regular Air Force, and it has all the seams cut out in it. But
Okay.
yeah,
Beautiful. Beautiful.
You
What
got
are the
any
Air
other Air
Force?
Forces there?
yeah, I got a few, man. I got a, let's see here.
I know you got a couple up.
Said I got a few.
This
Oh.
is the V Loans.
Play fair, Abdul. Play fair now. Come on.
I thought you guys wanted me to show some
All right, yeah.
sneakers. We
Go
showed
off.
some
Go off.
sneakers,
man.
right?
Go off.
Bring it. Bring the
Let's
heat.
see.
Jeez.
We got
Velo. Wow.
Entourages.
Okay.
Wow.
This is actually the white smoosh sample. Apparently, the story goes this one was made for some HBO executives, and it obviously the white swoosh is a little bit different from the actual version that Turtle wanted in the Entourage series. What else we got here? We got some stashes.
Okay. Which pair is that? Oh, that's the one
This is
night
the
only.
one night only,
See?
and this is actually the other version, the first one, the
Nice.
03 version. And then you got the 2017 version,
The complex con.
the
right?
Complex Con one. This is actually a sample off that shoe,
Sheesh.
of the 2017 version.
Sheesh.
And
Not
this
too many
right
people
here,
got the one night only pair, so that's kind of crazy.
yeah, the one night only pair was given out at the 25th anniversary of the Air Force One.
Yep.
I think it was a party done in New York. They had Nas perform. Who else was there? Rakim,
Was
Kanye.
Talib Kweli was part of that?
You know what? Talib might have been part of that. Yeah,
I remember watching that as a kid. I want to say it was on MTV or BT or something.
that sounds about right.
Yeah, they did a huge thing. That's the first time I ever heard of Clark Kent as well.
Clark Kent was busy. My
Yeah.
brother Clark Kent was super busy during that time, man. Yeah, that was his thing.
That was crazy.
What else? This is
Nice.
Questlove.
Abdul.
That silhouette of his his head, his afro, and the pick, like that's the coolest. That's the coolest. touch.
Classic, right? Classic.
That's so dope.
Yeah, this is dope. This might be the only pair in existence, man. I honestly, I don't even know if Questlove even has this shoe. Respectfully, because
Abdul.
I posted it and Questlove got in my comments and was like, "Yo, where did you get that from?"
I'd say that's a good indication that he may not have that shoe.
Yeah,
but
I don't think he had that shoe. Apparently, Jesse Levea, who's the guy that designed that shoe, said he was sitting with Questlove when Quest was putting together these colors, and he mocked it up, and Questlove never even saw the sample. He never even saw it. I'm a size 9, so all of this stuff is a size 9 sample size. So
right.
I brought a couple Air Forces to the show, but now I don't even want to.
nah, bring them out, brother. Come on,
I don't even.
bring them out. Let's see them shit. Let's see it.
We can show these. This is the Jewel Swoosh.
Fire,
You know, you guys have seen this.
fire, fire.
And then
Uh-oh.
Oh,
this is a new one.
ooh. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
It's not one pair in existence, you know, but
Abdul, do you have your pair? Do you have your pair nearby? The new ones?
What are those? The Stussies?
Don't you have the tie-dye ones?
I do.
he's probably got like 5 pair of those too.
You know what? I
If
don't
you
know.
can't reach them, don't trip.
Let me see here.
Peep the
I
shirt.
see a Stussy box. I don't know if these are the tie-dye ones.
We'll take whatever it is.
Oh, it is.
My
This is
goodness.
I got these. I got the blue ones and the green ones, I think, and one of this. I'm missing one.
I'm missing many of them.
I'm missing one of the. Shout out to my brother Clark Kent, man. My brother Clark Kent hooked me up with these, and he was like, "Yo, which ones do you want?" And I should have just said all of them, to be honest. I should have just said all of them, and I didn't. I regret that. But I appreciate his kindness.
That's very humble of you.
Yeah,
Do you have a like of the highs, the mids, the lows of Air Forces? Do you have a preference? Is it any and all of them? Which one's your favorite?
Lows followed by highs. I don't own any pair of mids.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I'm lying. I own one pair of mids that was gifted to me, and I still have those. And it was the. I'm lying. I have two. One was the Brazil mids, and I still have them. They were gifted to me, so I never got rid of them. And the other mids I have were the Ricardo Tisci ones, but those mids were sort of like highs, so it changes a little bit. Because the highs, if you remember, were crazy high, and they looked a little bit out there. I couldn't
They were like
do that.
knee-high boots.
Yeah. Well,
Crazy.
those were the super high ones, but the high ones were a little bit lower than the knee high joints, but they were still like extra. They came to like your calf muscles a little bit.
Shout out to Rasheed Wallace.
Rasheed Wallace. Shout out to Rasheed Wallace. I got a. Speaking of Rasheed, this is a sample.
Wow.
It's a 3M sample.
Yeah.
That if the light hits it, it just completely.
Oh, you can see it. You can see it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Those are crazy.
Yeah, Rasheed Wallace might have some of my favorite Air Forces PEs ever. You know?
That's dope.
Yeah. I got another Rasheed Wallace joints in here that
Oof.
Sheesh.
Oh, that midsole.
yeah, these are crazy.
Oh.
That's
These are
super
crazy. Shout out to my brother all day, man. He gave these to me for my birthday
Wow.
one year.
That's amazing.
I need new friends.
Yeah, man. You know
Wow.
what's crazy is you know what? Somebody hit me up and was like, yo, the story about how he got these was insane, and I was cracking up. Apparently, this dude was like, yo, I was at Flight Club and I saw them on display, and they were only like apparently like 150 or $200 or something like that, right? And he's like, I had the shoes in my hand, and the dude working at Flight Club was like, yo, they're already sold. We're about to pack them up and ship them out. And the guy was like, well, can I just take a look at them? And he's looking at them, and all day walks into Flight Club and walks over and is like, yo, what are those? And the guy's like, he's like, I had them in my hand and I'm staring at them, and I told all day that, yo, they're not for sale. They've already been sold. And he took them out of my hand, went to the back, and next thing you know, he's walking out with them. He had them cancel the online transaction and walked out with them.
Well, that's what happened that one time I was trying to buy those shoes. Dang.
Yo, because mad people, when I posted them, there's a bunch of people that were tagging some dude in Michigan, and they were like, yo, this is where your shoe went. Because apparently they got listed for dumb cheap on Flight Club like 10, 11 years ago. And somebody in Michigan thought they'd come up, and nope. All Day grabbed them. All Day, for those that don't know, is probably one of the biggest sneaker collectors in the world. And he's based in New York City. And what the stuff he has is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
It seems so crazy to hear someone of your stature when it comes to your collection. I'm thinking is absolutely insane, and for you to say that about somebody else,
no, I'm nowhere near these guys, man. I mean, I've seen like Clark Kent's collection and bits and pieces of it, and I mean, it puts everything I've ever seen to shame. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
We got to get them on the show. We got to get them on the show.
Yeah, these dudes they're in another echelon of greatness.
Can Clark even have his collection in one place?
No.
I don't even think it's possible.
No. I mean, he has about maybe close to 6,000 pairs in his house. And that's not even close to it.
You know what's crazy? It's like, but the history, man, like I look up to those collections and I admire them because, you know, you have the Clarks, you have the Mayors of the world, you have the Joes of the world, and you see there's history there, you know, and we can appreciate it, not from a consumer standpoint, but just the history, some of the shoes that they pull out, and even some of the shoes you've pulled out. That's what I appreciate the most about the sneaker game in general, right? Is seeing some of these guys and the history that's kept with these shoes, because some of these forces bring back so many memories, you know, like I remember when watching Sheed play for the Pistons and he always had the high Air Forces, and you remember the Jewel Air Forces when those were hot. And so that is nostalgic seeing these guys' collections, because you see so many shoes from different eras. And so seeing you pull out a collection today where we've only touched forces is crazy.
I appreciate the kind words, man. For real. Thank you.
So we talked about it a little bit earlier, but we want to bring it back to where you're not where you're from, but where you grew up, where you spent most of your life is on the East Coast there in DC and in Baltimore. So you talked about
Yep.
the Air Force One and how important that area of the country played a role in continuing that model so that we didn't lose it. But when I lived there for 2 years, I saw a whole lot of foams.
Yep.
And I saw a whole lot of New Balances. This was back in 2010.
Yeah.
And 2010 to 2012. And so that was kind of the hot shoe, at least what I was seeing as I was out and about, was a lot of foam posits and a lot of New Balances. Have you seen any other shoes kind of, become more popular in that area of the United States?
I think everything Nike basketball put out in the 90s was a super big hit in the DMV. Of course, like you said, New Balances, foam posits, of course, but also just Nike basketball. I don't think this area gets a lot of the credit it deserves, man. I'll be honest. People talk about the Air Forces and New York City made it hot. Of course, New York City makes everything hot. They're the mecca to the world, right? When it comes, all eyes are on New York City. But New Yorkers were coming to Baltimore to shop for Air Forces. There's a reason for that, because we're the only ones that had it. But we're not looked at. We don't have that microscope of the world staring at the city of Baltimore, right? We're not known for that. We're known for like The Wire. But you know what I mean? Like, but New York City obviously made the shoe hot. But I think if it wasn't for Baltimore, that shoe would have been gone. You know what I mean? And I think New Balance owes a lot to the DMV for the same reasons, because what kids were doing out here with those 990s, buying 3-4 pairs at a time in like the late 80s, early 90s, was unheard of anywhere else. Nobody was doing that. And the way they just embraced that shoe, even up to this day, man, even up to this day, I think a lot of places like look at a lot of different shoes. They go through cycles, right? Like they'll embrace a shoe but they'll embrace a lot of shoes. Like there'll be a lot of sneakers that everybody loves. But one thing that DMV does is they'll never let go of the New Balances. They'll never let go of foam posits and shoes like that. Like it's ingrained in their DNA. Even local clothing brands base their colorways around sneakers like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody here dresses from the feet up. Once you put on those gray New Balances, everything else has to match to it. That's just what happens.
It's an interesting concept, getting dressed from the feet up. I think I find myself doing that a lot of the time. You pick the shoes first and then everything else kind of falls in place, but that's dope.
Yeah.
So we want to get to this Jeopardy game here pretty soon, but we wanted to give you a chance to show any other sneakers that you had picked out specifically for.
Oh yeah, let's
the
go,
show
man.
Let's go.
Air Max month. These are the Pata Air Maxes.
Sheesh.
This is a look-see sample with a few differences from the production pair. The production pair had a little swoosh over here, and I think it had Pata on the tongue. This one says it on the back. Shout out to Edson and all those guys over there. This is the Amsterdam Air Max 1, but this is the Para Hyper Strike. Another great shoe.
Can we see that tongue? Oh, sheesh. And the back?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. This the signature makes everything. It's a dope shoe, man. I love this shoe. What else I got here? Also Air Max month. This is a Air Max 97 / Air Force One.
Oh wow.
3M there too, huh?
Yeah, this is actually the sample. The released version didn't have the full air bubble going around the whole bottom.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's that translucent midsole.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
we were just talking about that, Brian.
This is a great shoe. And then Air Max month. This is one of my favorites. One of my favorite stores ever. Nam de Guerre did this Air 180.
Nice.
Yo.
I think in 05 or something like that,
Yep.
or 04. Shout out to my brother Will Whitney, who was one of the owners of that store. And this shoe came out back then. It has a T-shirt in here with like a tennis ball and all that.
That's a very rare shoe.
Yeah.
Did we have that on our Jeopardy game a couple weeks ago?
With
Oh,
Chad.
did you all?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorites ever.
It's very slept on, but definitely one of my favorites.
Well, a lot of people don't know about it. They don't know the story of Nam de Guerre, and the shoe is impossible to find. So
That's true. Yeah, Nam de Guerre was one of those stores, man. Like, you know what I mean? If you had to be there back then, and it was like a little basement joint, but they had a lot of heat in there. PlayStations, Air Force Ones.
It's a beautiful shoe.
Yeah, that's a
Yo,
great shoe.
Growing up, that was like the holy grail. Once I saw those images released and you heard how exclusive they were, I was like, yo, one day I'm going to own a pair of PlayStation Air Forces. And then the older I got, the more I realized how hard that would be.
Yeah,
not too late, Aaron.
That's a great shoe, man. I love that shoe.
It's too late.
This is the Entourage, the released version. Well, I don't even know if it was released, but this is the black swoosh version.
Yep.
Let me see here. This is another pair of Air Force Ones from 01. You know, everybody, Bear Brick did this, and it was made for Nike, the Bear Brick executives.
Wow.
This is the sample to that shoe. It's only a few
have a
pairs of
feeling-
that made.
I have a feeling you might like that shoe because it looks like the first one you ever saw.
For sure. I actually have that. I have an original Air Force One in that same colorway, the white with the silver from 1983. I just can't get to. I can't find it right now, but I do have that.
That's awesome.
Sheesh. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Vibe magazines.
Vibe magazine Air Force Ones. These might have been, I think, 03 or something like that.
Crazy.
Yeah, this is a dope shoe.
Comments are blowing up right now.
This is a pretty rare Supreme Air Force One Dunks.
Wow. Explain the story behind that, Abdul.
You know what? The story is that they made these for the Nike SB team riders back then in 03. And they were rumored to be 6 pairs made. I don't know how true that is, but this is I wear this pair. But it's exactly like the Supreme Dunk, except with the Air Force One bottom. But it was made by Nike, so they did this. You see, I wear this joint. It's been worn pretty often.
It's insane.
That's insane.
So whose pair do you think that is?
Danny Supers, allegedly.
Sheesh.
Well, isn't that ironic? I'm glad,
Danny Supers, I believe, is a size 9. That might be his pair.
I'm glad you showed those. Thank you. Oh boy.
One World Air Forces, cause.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shoe, man. This is a beautiful shoe.
Leather wrap midsole. Oh,
Yeah, this is dope. Out of all of the stuff that he did, that one might have been my favorite. Out of the he did the 90s, the Air Maxes, and all that stuff. This one was my favorite. Even out of the Jordans, he did your Jordan 4s. The Air Forces are still my favorite.
For sure.
This is a pair my brother Clark Kent did for the Air Force 100 campaign in 2017. These were given to friends and family at Complex Con. It's got that white. The other shoe has white written on here, but pony hair, leather wrap midsole,
leather laces.
Leather laces. It also has the flat laces as an option as well.
Sheesh.
Beautiful shoe.
That's a crazy pair.
He killed it. Let me see what else I got here.
Go off. This is crazy.
This one is special to me because it's the Baltimore Air Force One from like 03. This was a release. This was a sample. The released version did not have this perforated toe box, but this is a sample to that shoe, which looks like a regular Air Force One, and it has Baltimore on it. So this is actually a very special shoe to me.
So what's crazy about that shoe? I was just watching a pair on eBay, and it was like $80. And I was like, I'm gonna try and get that shoe
Yeah,
so I can have it on the show. Show Abdul, Baltimore represent. And
yeah.
it
sold.
didn't last long. It did not last.
Damn. Yeah, that's a pretty good price. $80. Yeah.
There's a lot of steals, man. Keep your eyes open.
Nah, I do. I mean, I live in DC, so we got our first sneaker store out here in '06. So, and Major opened up. Sorry, I should say we got our first boutique in '06, right? Major opened up, Commonwealth opened up like right around the same time, and that was sort of our birth to having like a store in our neighborhood. But so before that, I was either traveling or I was buying online. I got hit with a lot of fakes and all that stuff. Like all that has happened. That's part of the game. These are a pair of TEDx Air Trainer 1s.
Wow.
TEDx is they do a bunch of talks in Portland.
Yeah.
TED Talks.
TED Talks. Yeah, TED Talks. There you go. They have the TEDx logo right here.
My goodness.
Yeah, this is an Air Trainer 1.
Beautiful shoe.
Yeah, it came with some socks and all that. It's
Abdul,
a dope shoe.
I don't know if you know where they are, but a couple people are asking if you have linens nearby.
Not nearby.
Okay.
I would not even know where to start looking. But
What a problem
I
to
do
have.
have linens. I actually have I also have the retroed version that Ronnie Five put out at Kith a couple of years ago.
Very nice.
Abdul, my mother says that your collection is amazing. She's in the comments right now, and
Oh
I
man,
want
thank
to
you,
know-
moms. I
Bring it up.
appreciate it.
Bring it up,
Thank
Aaron.
you.
Bring it up. We got to
I want you to know that she thinks your collection is amazing. Shout out to you, Mom.
There she is.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you, moms. Those are the PlayStation Air Forces. These are the PlayStation Hirachis.
Oh wow.
This is also a sample pair.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of
Never
people
even seen those.
don't know about this shoe, but it's a beautiful shoe. Let me see here. What else I got?
It was amazing.
This is another pair of Air Forces that was made in the kitchen. Shout out to my boy Leo at Nike who sent me these. He's had this pair in his collection. He works for Nike, and they're not his size, but he decided to bless me with these. I appreciate it, brother.
Bring back the Innovation Kitchen.
Yeah, bring that back. Let me see here. This is one of my grails actually. The Digicamo Air Forces.
Wow.
By Nitro Underground. Nitrate Air Forces. Yeah, this is one of my grails. I love this shoe.
With the visible air unit too. I love that midsole, man.
With the shiny midsole, yeah.
Yeah.
They got the Jedi green laces on there too. Oh wow.
The first Clot Air Forces.
You got all
Beautiful.
three? I don't even know why I'm asking.
I do. I would reach them, but I can't even figure out where they would be right now.
I feel like he could have gone for like 6 or 7 shoes that we're asking about, but we would see like a whole mountain of shoe boxes fall over on him.
Right.
Yeah, that might. I'm trying not to have that happen. That might end up happening. Let's see. Some Adidas,
Okay.
some Bape
The Bapes.
Superstars, shell toes,
Very
Nice.
nice. Very nice.
1 of 500. Consortium. This was like when Consortium was like super limited, right? It meant something to have a Consortium pair of Adidas. This is another Bape shell toe. This came out a little bit later on.
You know what's crazy? I've been seeing a lot of shell toes. Like I found a pair of Bad Boy and a pair of Rockefeller.
Oh yeah, I got those around here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say where they're at or how because I want them and I don't want anyone to outbid me. And so I'm sorry I have to plug you, but I need those.
Nah, those are great. I'm a big fan of shell toes. I just grabbed those Bape and another pair of Bape that came out I think 2 weeks ago.
The new ones, yeah.
Yeah, the new ones. They have the three stripes on one side and the big star on the other side.
Those are crazy.
This is a Union shell toe.
Wow.
Consortium pack as well, 05. Let me see here. Let's see. This is a shoe maybe a lot of people might not have seen. It never came out. It was supposed to. I wish it had, because I would have grabbed like 6 pairs more. But a Bape Clyde.
Oh, wow.
Camo. This is a mid. It never came out. This is a sample size 9.
Is that suede on the toe box?
Yep, suede on the toe box.
That's clean.
Super clean. And it had the low as well.
That low is crazy.
Yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful shoe. And I really, really wish that this had released, man, because man, I would have gone crazy on these.
Yeah. And right now, that shoe would have been real cheap.
Yeah, this is a beautiful shoe.
It's not the era for it right now, but I would have copped it.
Let me see here. What else I got?
It's crazy.
Pair of Futura Air Forces.
Wow.
They were doing these at the new Nike Soho a few years ago, and I remember, you know, I don't get out to New York that often, but I was like, yo, I want to get one of these customized Futura Air Forces. They had 1 month they were doing Futura. They did Stash another month, and then they did Haze and things like that. This was like the opening of the Nike Soho store, and I got there too late. I got there like 2 days after they had already turned off the Futura stuff and they had moved on to some other artist. And I remember talking to Clark as I was walking in there. I was like, yo, I'm about to try to get these Futura joints. And he's like, yo, you missed it, Playboy. You missed it. And I was like, oh, man, that sucks because I'm such a big Futura fan. He's like, you know what? Hold on. Just stay right where you are. And he made a call to somebody at that Nike Soho store who came and met me and was like, you know what? We already have switched out all the presses that would make the Futura pair. We're going to make you one and dye it and do all this crazy stuff. So they ended up mailing me this pair. And once again, man, I mean, the kind stuff that Clark Kent has done for me, I can't even start to go through everything, man. He's hooked me up so many times. Time and time again.
I definitely need new friends. About that time.
Grail.
Stash Air Force One lows. Beautiful shoe. Stash went crazy on these, man.
Stash went crazy on pretty much just about everything he did. He was consistent.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, sorry. This is a lot of people might have missed this, but the Supreme Fragment collab. I want to say 2011 or something. These dropped in Japan.
Yep.
Tennis Classics.
These are crazy.
Yeah, there's also a third colorway which I couldn't find, but it's this colorway and the writing is in navy blue. Fire.
Nice.
Yeah, super comfortable shoe. Let's see.
I'm not even going to tell him to stop.
Me either. This is the season finale.
Let me know when I can stop.
This is the season finale. We're going.
Bear Brick Air Forces.
Oof, wow.
This is a sample.
Sheesh.
The original pair doesn't have anything back here, and that's a sample tag on it. Another pony hair Air Force, really beautiful shoe. Let me see if I can show you guys some more stuff.
Please do. Please do.
Amazing.
Let me see here what I can grab that's close by.
Shout out Jay the Kid.
Another pair of the Stussy Air Forces.
That was a good one.
Man.
Yeah, this is a good one. This was my favorite colorway.
Should have said all of them.
Yeah, I should have said all of them. Definitely. I regret that. I had some other stuff here.
Sheesh, man.
All right, that might be it. I can't reach any of the things. Let me see if I've shown everything in here. I mean, if y'all want me to get up and go look for some stuff, I can.
How about one more pair? Bring something.
right.
One thing that you think the people need to see.
Okay. You know what? I'll do 2 more things.
Okay, I'm not gonna say no.
3.
All right. West Indian Air Force Ones. This is a sample pair.
Wow.
You might or might not have seen this colorway before.
That is crazy.
Yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful shoe. You know, I have all the other release colorways that came out, but this one right here is super special.
There was green, yellow, red, and then there was the one with the big West
With
Indies.
the big
on
writing. Yeah, yep.
Before, so you basically have all 5.
Yep.
He's got the infinity stones of West Indies Air Force One.
And actually, there's also like the drums ones, the Jamaica drums version, which
Ooh, I don't think I've seen.
Yeah, I can't get through here, but I have those on the other side of the room that I'm looking at. This pair is super special to me. This was customized by Futura himself for me.
Wow. That's a big deal.
Yeah, this is it's a white on white Air Force, but I mean, listen, you know, this is like, it's like an art piece for me, and you can see he actually did this piece for me as well. It has my daughter's names on it, and at the same time he did this Air Force One for me, which I'm always gonna hold near and dear to my heart.
Abdul, that's crazy.
Yeah, and at the time he did this, he was like, "Yo, nobody's ever asked me to mark up a shoe for them." So, you know, this is a few years ago. So, very, very special shoe. I'll always keep this near and dear to my heart.
Wow.
I was looking for another pair of Futura Dunks that I had. I brought them out here that were made for his birthday, for his 50th birthday party. They were designed by Stash, and they were given out to guests at his 50th birthday party in Hawaii. And I can't find it. I don't even know what happened to it.
Stashed away somewhere.
It literally just disappeared. I had it right here, and now I can't even find it. But this will work. This will be a close. This also definitely is just as good. Yeah, shout out to Futura, man.
That's amazing.
One of the nicest people I've ever met.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to need a second to process what just happened to me. But Abdul, man, you brought the heat. We can't. I mean, I could watch you do this all night. Like, I could sit here and watch you do it. It's fine. But we do got to get to this Jeopardy game, because
let's do it.
You know, we're usually some nice guys, but sometimes you got to let the dog off the leash.
Oh boy! All right.
And Brian, Brian, what do you got to say, man?
Abdul, Aaron's coming for your head. We're not playing nice today. Hope you brought your A game. About to go down.
All right. So what's happening? How are we doing this?
Here we go.
So here's how it works. We got a two-team Jeopardy game going here, and it's going to be Abdul versus Aaron. Okay.
All right.
So we got 3 categories.
Let's go, Aaron.
So we got 3 categories to choose from tonight. We have Air Force One.
Yep.
We have collaborations.
Yep.
And we have Jordans then and now. So we'll be comparing retros to OGs.
Okay.
That's what that category is about. So essentially, you guys are going to be going back and forth, picking categories and picking numbers. And if you get the answer right, then you get those points. If you don't get the answer right, or you don't have an answer after 10 seconds, then your opponent gets to steal. you don't lose points, but that other
Right.
player gets to steal the points
Okay.
if they get it right. So, without further ado, Abdul, since you are our guest, you get to go first.
All right. Let's go, Alex. Let's do Air Force Ones for 400.
Sheesh.
All right, Brian, go for it.
What year did Nike introduce
Oh
women's
my
sizing
God.
to the Air Force One?
1991.
That is incorrect, Abdul.
I knew it.
Aaron, it's over to you.
I'm gonna go with 97.
That is also incorrect.
Yes.
2000. I had a feeling it was later than that.
2001. So no points.
This question might be a little bit skewed, though. Like, I mean, what do you mean by women's sizing? Like, they started having women's models?
No, just
that-
offering sizing for women, not
women.
specifically like specific women's colorways
Okay.
or anything like that, but offering specific women's sizing.
All right.
Correct. All right,
Okay.
Aaron.
Aaron, it's on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the easy route. Let's do Air Force for 100.
This guy. All right, let's go.
All right. According to sources, how many pairs of Air Force Ones did Nelly claim he needed in 2002?
Dang, I don't even remember the song.
If you get this wrong,
I'm gonna go with 4. I don't remember this
That is
song.
incorrect, and I am very disappointed in you, Aaron.
I don't remember this song, yo. I froze.
You about to get your Dominican card revoked, bruh.
Crazy. Abdul, please.
2 purrs. Let's
Two
go.
pairs.
Give me two.
Two pairs.
Yeah.
Ooh, he needed 2 pairs. Aaron, I can't.
Yo, it's because it's on the spot. I'm telling you guys, every time, like when you're on the spot, it's hard, man.
Oh, man.
All right, Abdul is on the board with 100 points.
All right.
Aaron, we're gonna make fun of you about that later.
Let's switch it up. Let's go to collaborations for 200.
Name 3 pairs of Jordan Nike SB collaboration.
Paul Rodriguez, the J Rods, Lance Mountain, and he had 2 of them. So does that count as 3?
That's 3.
All right,
It does.
let's go.
It does count as 3. We got some other ones listed here, and then we got the LA to Chicago's, and then
That's
the
true.
MIT to Paris too. But
Okay.
lots of them.
Yeah.
All right, so Abdul gets the points there. Aaron, it's back to you.
I'm gonna go with let's go Jordan's Then and Now for 200.
What is the difference between the original Jordan 8 playoff and every Jordan 8 playoff retro release since?
Damn.
Is it the material on the tongue? The circle,
The
like
Chanel.
that? Yeah, the Chanel on the tongue.
That is incorrect. That is not the answer we are looking for. Abdul.
Is it just the materials, period? The quality?
That is also incorrect.
That is not the
Alright.
answer we're looking
Valiant effort. But the correct answer is that the back heel tab was red on the OG pair, and every playoff 8 since then has had a black heel tab.
Wow, okay.
for.
The more you know.
Good to know.
Dang, I'm gonna get left on 0 tonight.
All right, Abdul, it's on you.
Let's go collaborations for 400, Alex.
Okay. In the 2003 Artist Series, Nike collaborated with many different artists such as Pharrell, Halle Berry, Nelly, and many others. Name 2 models that these 3 artists worked on.
Okay. The Dunks. I want to say Halle Berry had an Air Rift, but Nelly had the CB, the Charles Barkley 94s.
Ding, ding, ding. You got all 3 correct.
There you go.
My goodness gracious, you nailed that.
I need
right.
that Barkley, by the way. Size 11, 11 and a half, maybe even a 12. Let me know.
All right, yo, I need some points on the boards. Jordan's
go,
in
Aaron.
now for
Let's
400.
go, Aaron.
Let's go.
Jordan's in now for 400.
Ooh, all right. So what we're gonna do is look at this picture, and it's the Jordan 11 IE low.
Okay.
What is the difference between the Jordan 11 IE low from 1996 to the retro in 2003?
Is it the inside liner is black on the 2003 and then it's red in this one?
That is not the answer we're looking for.
The stock liner. All right.
Abdul.
Oh, okay.
What is it? Nah. I don't know. I give up.
Is it the midsole? It's black.
Nope.
I have no idea. I never liked this shoe.
Aaron, you're getting real close, man. It was the sole. The sole on 96 pair was a gum bottom, and a 2003 had a charcoal gray sole.
Yeah.
Very close. You were on the right track, Aaron.
The more you know.
Abdul.
Collaborations for 300.
Name 3 Nike and Cause silhouettes.
Jordan 4, Air Max 90, Air Force 1.
Name one more, just because I want to hear if you can do it.
Air Max 1. No, Air Max Light. What was that?
We're giving you the points anyway, but I'm curious if you know the fourth one.
It was another version of the Air Max, right?
Correct.
I can't remember which one it was. The Current. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang, Abdul, you keep getting the questions. I know.
You keep on picking the wrong category.
I know. All right, Air Force Ones. Air Force Ones for 200.
Name 3 other NBA players that were included in this pack, the new 6 Air Force Ones pack. This is the Kobe Bryant Air Force One. Name 3 other NBA players that were part of this pack.
Vince Carter. I'm gonna go with Rasheed Wallace. Amari Stoudemire.
Ding ding ding.
Aaron, you're on the board.
I know. At least I didn't get swept.
Nice.
This was a great pack. We were coming up with these questions
was.
last night, and we couldn't stop looking at this picture. This is a fantastic pack. The other two were LeBron
Barkley.
James, and nobody cares, but Tony Parker on this one here.
Tony.
Listen
Parker.
here. Put some respect on Tony Parker's name. I'm not going to have the Tony Parker slander. One of the greatest point guards ever.
All right. Aaron's on the board with 200. Abdul, it's on you, man.
Let's go Air Force One for 300.
In 2003, Stash collaborated with Nike on an Air Force One high. What 3 cities did they release in?
London, Tokyo, and New York.
Correct.
Yo,
Now,
this is not fair.
Abdul, just to test your knowledge, they each came with a briefcase. What was the color of each city's briefcase? Do you know that?
Blue, red, and black.
Correct. I think it was like a navy, but a lot of people.
Oh, okay. Wait, this was the blue one right here?
So the blue one was London, I
Yeah.
believe, and then New York got like the black navy blue.
Right, and then Tokyo was the red.
Correct.
Abdul, you're very smart.
No, not at all. I'm getting lucky. I bribed you guys. These were all my questions, Aaron. Plot twist.
All right, yo, let's go with Jordan's in and out for 3.
In 1995, Jordan released the City Pack Jordan 10s. Since then, only 3 of the 5 pairs have retroed. Which 2 pairs have yet to see a retro?
So you asking like specific
cities?
Because some of them have retroed in different colors than the original release, right? Dang, all right, so I know it's Sacramento, Seattle.
Okay, we need an answer.
I'm gonna go with Sacramento and Seattle. I don't know.
Oh shoot!
Dang.
I got the wrong one. I thought it was Seattle. That's my fault.
Oh no.
That's my fault. Abdul, did you know that?
I'm gonna say I did.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I was gonna say Seattle and Sacramento.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's my fault. But I'm glad you're being an honest man, Abdul, and telling us that you didn't know the answer. But also a very good pack. And yeah, it would be cool to see the Sacramentos and the New Yorks and all of these to get more retros. I think it's a great pack.
Correct. I think the Seattle retroed in 2018.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm.
But that Sacramento is a must, man. I need that.
It's
You
nice.
know what, guys? 11 to 12. Let me know. All right.
Let's go collaborations for 100.
Name this shoe.
Nice Kicks, 1500.
Correct.
Dang. All right.
Aaron.
Last one.
The Jordan 8 Aqua has released 3.
Yo, Aaron keeps on getting the worst questions ever.
What was different about the 2007 release?
Oh my God.
I don't know. I also had the hot take earlier this season that I like the Lady Aquas more, but I'm gonna go with the back tab, like that side panel on the Aqua 8s were slightly different. I don't know.
They probably were, but that's not the answer.
Oh my goodness. Yo, what are these questions?
Jordan 8 Aqua, what was different about the 07 release? I give up. I don't know.
Yo, I got every single what was different question in this. If I would have been smarter.
The 23 on the straps, Miguel says.
False. Anybody in the comments have an idea? We'll give you guys a second. You get a couple more seconds, so let us know what you think was a difference between of the 2007 release.
Is that Hassan? Is that Afro Kicks?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Said
Shout out to
Haas said straps.
No.
Yo, if I would have just been smart enough to pick some of the questions Abdul picked, the score would have been a little closer.
Is somebody keeping a tally on the score?
Oh yeah,
It's right
Okay, all
it's
right.
1400 to 200.
right at the bottom. There, you can see
We're getting spanked.
What the? My mom just said.
Mom
different midsole.
said different. Oh man,
Hey,
that's the right answer, even if it's the wrong one.
it's the right
Yeah.
answer.
The paint on the midsole wasn't nearly as sparkly or glittery in 2000.
You are kidding me. How does she know that?
Mom, I'm buying you a pair of Aqua 8s.
Yo,
Please, Aaron, pull that comment up, please.
Oh my goodness.
We got to screenshot this when
Jay
Mama.
got it too. Jay got it
that's
on the sparkle.
amazing. Shout out to moms with the knowledge.
That's amazing.
Aaron didn't even know that.
Yo, I didn't.
All right, so the points go to my mom. The points go to my mom on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
But that has been another edition of Goody Two Shoes Sneaker Jeopardy. The win goes to Abdul with the final score of 1400 to an acceptable and admirable 200 points by Aaron. He just picked the wrong questions. That's really all it came down to.
1400. I got the stimmy points. That's it.
Oh man, call him
Yeah.
because he just made some magic happen.
Yo, if you're
Yeah.
on the East Coast, check your bank account because that stimmy was supposed to hit right now. So
Oh man. Yeah.
That's amazing. Oh man.
Oh man.
yo,
That was
Abdul, thank you so much, man. Honestly, it's been a great season, and to cap it off with you coming on as the last guest, man, it's been an honor for us as sneakerheads. We've watched you from afar, and just to be able to come on here, chop it up with you, and you just spending this time with us as we're growing, right, as a show, as sneakerheads, man, it means a lot. Appreciate you coming on.
No doubt, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me on, guys. For real.
Stick around after we finish the live. We'll chop it up for a couple more minutes
All
before
right,
we
done
let you
deal.
go. But everybody who is in the comments right now, who is watching, we appreciate your attendance, whether on YouTube or on Facebook. We want to give you a quick reminder that next
Yeah.
season We will only be on YouTube. We are going to discontinue the live show on Facebook. We'll still make posts and interact with you guys on Facebook, but YouTube is just the right platform for the kind of content that we're putting out with the live show. So that's why we're going to stick to YouTube, and we will see you guys next season.
Real quick, I just want to say shout out to Aaron and Carlos. They've been killing it this season, putting in a bunch of hard work. This show would be nothing without them. Abdul, thank you as well for coming on. This was a great season, guys. Like, I would cry if we weren't live, but this season was absolutely amazing. A lot of new.
You should cry, man. You should cry. Get it out there.
Just cry.
No.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's a wrap. Season 3 is in the books. We cannot wait to get cracking on planning for season 4, so we can come back bigger and better and more entertaining than ever before. So, Abdul, thanks for being a part of this. The show is going places, and we're excited for every guest that has been on to help us take it where we want to take it. And you have been nothing less than a fantastic guest tonight. So thank you for that. And
I'm glad to help, man. Thank you.
Yep. Awesome. Well, with that said, guys, hope you all have a good night. And we will see you next season. Goody Two Shoes is out.
Peace.
Peace.
It's the Goody Two-Shoes Show. It's the Goody Two-Shoes Show. This is the Goody Two-Shoes Show. Yeah, I got some new shoes on. Yeah, the Goody Two-Shoes Show.